The rough wood scraped against his raw back. Jesus staggered, his legs buckling under the immense weight. The crossbeam, the patibulum, dug into his shoulders, a heavy reminder of the punishment to come. Each breath sent a searing pain through his body, already ravaged by the Roman scourging. The sun beat down on him, relentless and unforgiving. His throat was parched, his lips cracked and dry. Yet he pressed on, driven by a love greater than any pain, a purpose beyond human comprehension. The journey to Golgotha, the place of the skull, was a slow, agonizing procession. Every step was a testament to his unwavering love, a love that would conquer even death itself. They tore the clothes from his back, the rough fabric further irritating his wounds. His body, already a canvas of pain, was exposed to the elements and the gaze of the gathering crowd. Shame and vulnerability washed over him, adding to the weight of his burden. He was pushed down, forced onto the cold, hard ground. The soldiers wasted no time. The whips, embedded with pieces of bone and metal, tore into his flesh with brutal efficiency. Each lash was an explosion of agony, a symphony of suffering. Blood flowed freely, staining the ground crimson. His body, once perfect and whole, was now broken and battered. Still, he did not cry out, his resolve unbroken. The soldiers held him down, their grip strong and unyielding. One pressed a heavy iron spike against his wrist. The cold metal sent a shiver through his body, a prelude to the agony that was to come. The hammer blow was swift and brutal. The nail pierced his flesh, tearing through muscle and sinew, finally embedding itself in the wood beneath. A scream escaped his lips, a primal cry of pain that echoed through the hills. The process was repeated on the other side, each strike of the hammer sending waves of fresh agony through his body. His wrists, designed for gentleness and touch, were now instruments of his torment. With a groan of wood and the grunt of exertion, they hoisted the cross upright. Jesus, suspended by his wounded hands, felt the full weight of his body pull against the nails. The pain was excruciating, a searing fire that consumed him from the inside out. His feet, unsecured, scraped against the rough wood, searching for purchase. They found none. The soldiers, their faces grim, prepared for the final act of this gruesome spectacle. One soldier stepped forward with another wicked-looking nail. He lined it up with Jesus' feet, one on top of the other, and hammered it through, pinning him to the wood. The pain was unbearable, a white-hot poker driven through the core of his being. The cross became his entire world. Every breath was a struggle, each inhale sending fresh jolts of pain through his battered body. The sun beat down mercilessly, turning his skin dry and hot. Flies buzzed around him, drawn to the scent of blood and sweat. Time lost all meaning, minutes stretched into hours, each one an eternity of suffering. His vision blurred, his head swam with dizziness. Still he clung to life, his spirit unbroken, his love unwavering. The weight of the world, the weight of every sin, pressed down on him. He had become sin, the very thing he came to destroy, so that we might be reconciled to God. Below him the crowd jeered and mocked. They hurled insults like stones, each one finding its mark in his already wounded heart. "Save yourself," they cried, their voices filled with venom and hate. Some spat at him, their faces twisted in hate. Others shook their heads in disappointment, their faith shattered by his apparent defeat. The religious leaders, the very ones who claimed to speak for God, gloated over his suffering. Their words cut deeper than any whip or nail. They were a betrayal of the love he had shown them, a rejection of the truth he had come to proclaim. Yet even in his agony he pitied them. Through the haze of pain, he saw her. Mary, his mother, stood at the foot of the cross, her face etched with unbearable sorrow. Her heart, a wellspring of love, was pierced by 1,000 swords. She'd been there from the beginning, her love for him unwavering. She had cradled him in her arms as a baby, watched him grow into a man. Now she watched helplessly as her son, her God, suffered an agonizing death. Her presence, though a source of comfort, only intensified his agony. To see her pain, to feel her sorrow, added another layer to his own suffering. The words escaped his lips in a raspy whisper, torn from the depths of his being. Eli, Eli, lema sabachthani, my God, why have you forsaken me? It was the cry of one abandoned, alone in his suffering. In that moment of utter desolation, he took upon himself the full weight of human sin, the separation from God that we had earned. The darkness closed in, threatening to consume him, yet even in the face of death he remained obedient, surrendering to his Father's will. His love, like a beacon in the night, continued to shine. As darkness enveloped the land, Jesus whispered, "It is finished." With a final, shuddering breath, he surrendered his spirit into his Father's hands. The earth trembled, the veil of the temple was torn in two, and death itself felt the tremor of defeat. His sacrifice, the ultimate act of love, had shattered the power of sin and death. He had paid the price, bridged the chasm that separated humanity from God. On that cross, he became the bridge back to the Father, offering forgiveness and new life to all who would believe. The agony of the cross, as unbearable as it was, became the birth pangs of a new creation. From death, life. From despair, hope. From the depths of suffering, the triumph of love.